Uh, Welcome everyone for this session. Christine, you want to give any brief introduction or shall I go?
Well, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today because I know we don't have as often as we would wish this meetups on the Dublin and Belfast chapter, but we certainly want to have much more in the future. And we're really looking forward also to your feedback. And in case any of you wants to contribute or wishes to be a speaker on the chapter, you can anytime contact me or Srini and we'll make it happen. So just to make sure everyone knows, the community chapters, all of our EMEA community chapters, not just our Ireland and Northern Ireland chapter, they're open for all your contributions, and this is the space dedicated to community. So welcome everyone, and please do enjoy the session today with John and Srini. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. So let me share my screen.
And maybe just a bit louder, Srini, if you could talk a bit louder.
Oh, okay. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to see my screens? Please confirm.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for joining this meeting. In next 90 minutes, we are going through like AI agents, UiPath Maestro, the future of documents. I am Srinivas Kadamati, and I work for as a senior tech lead at Prosa Partner. I am a MVP since 2022. Um, Out of my work, I had the pleasure to meet teaming up with some great colleagues for a few events. One of my favorite moments was at like Hacker Hack 2023, where we took home second place, and also proud to be runner-up at AI at Work Hackathon 2023. So these events are very incredible experience, pushing the boundaries of creative AI and automation while working with brilliant minds. I encourage you all to participate in the upcoming hackathons conducted by UiPath. John, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you. My name is Onyekachi John. Yeah, I work with Preza Partner as an iPath automation tech developer. Certified on UiPath automation. I've participated in different hacker rank and also going to participate in the upcoming agentic hacker rank automation with UiPath. I've been using UiPath for the past 7 years now. Different tools, different components, and I'm happy to be here today to show what the Agentic AI and Maestro in combination with document understanding has to do today. It's new, so it's good to get our hands on it and yeah, continue from there.
Thank you, John. So moving on, this is the agenda for this meeting. So we will first start with the introduction of document understanding. As I see, there is a mix of audience here. So first we're gonna go through like the introductions of document understanding and Gen AI and Maestro and UiPath as UiPath agents as well, and how it will work into together into a case that is gonna be taken care that gonna be presented here as well. And next, moving on to hands-on, which is leading by John. And after that, there is a new platform announcement, uh, which is yet to public preview. I can go through that as well. So moving on, like we start with document understanding. Previously, uh, when you at the before the introduction of the document understanding, there was like cases where we need to automate multiple invoices or forms or any receipts or anything. Yeah, we rely on rejects, mostly on rejects, and I can say like 50% of his work is complete with that, but it will be a very structured format. Then only it will work, or else we need to rely on like different combinations of the things, which is not much reliable. That's where the document understanding comes in. This feature is designed to intelligently process documents, either it is a structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. So this is achievable by combining RPA, AI, OCR, and machine learning as well. Yeah, it's ideal for handling documents like invoices, receipts, contracts, forms. Uh, these are very much important in the business workflows, right? This document understanding, think it is a smart, scalable document processor. It doesn't just read the documents, it interprets them, extracts important data, and integrates the data directly into the workflows, which we are building in RPA. Whether we are dealing with, like PDFs, images, or scanned, this tool know how to handle this. So let's go into uh, key features, uh, starting with like taxonomy manager. This is where we define our document structure and the fields we want to extract. It helps standardize how documents are handled. Next, moving on to the next feature, digitalization. Here is what OCR engines will come and convert images and scan documents into readable format. And UiPath has multiple OCR providers as well. So next is classification. This is where the system figures out what type of document it is dealing with. So classification is majorly required when there are certain mix of documents like invoice, contract, and receipts. So it can able to understand what type of invoice, what type of document it is, either it is a invoice or contract or a receipt. And next step is that like to extract. So this is where the core functionality will come up. It will pull all the relevant data using templates, rules, or ML models as well, whichever suits the document best. Yeah. Validation station is also required here next step as a next step. So sometimes always we cannot rely 100% on AI itself. You know, sometimes we need to have the human to take a look. That's where this validation station will come up. This step will send the documents for manual review when necessary. And there is another component in the UiPath suite. It's a action center, so users can interact with that action center and they can validate. And once they review everything, the final step will be export. Once everything is validated by the human and he is satisfied, then he can export the entire data to wherever he wants, like either to an Excel or to another system altogether, like ERP or CRM. We can do that. Moving on, this is the high level what we discussed on the key features. So first step is that like digitalization and then classification, because it has to understand. In the classification also, we can make the whether the document understanding is classified the documents correctly. That way the validation step can come and it can learn from the human input as well as an optional. This is as an optional. So if we are 100% rely, if you want to 100%ly rely on the whatever the input, uh, whatever the output we are getting from the document understanding, we can skip the validation step, yeah, at any point of time. So here, if you see, this is the, so going to next step is uh, the classification. Once classification is done, then it will start with the extraction. And here also we have the validation station. And it is, it depends upon how do we, uh, how the business wants it, right? If it is 100% accuracy, then if it is, then we can make the validation station to appear. Yeah. So how this is fit into the UiPath ecosystem? Is it a individual product, or how this will fit within the ecosystem? So let's start with UiPath Studio. Here, all developers will build all the automations here, and uh, by the activities they can drag, dislice document, classify, and data extraction as well. These are the activities where already in place with when with the document understanding package you can build. And once that is the build is complete, you can move to the UiPath orchestrator, where we can schedule the document processing jobs, monitor robot performance, and deploy the DU workflow to attended or unattended. Because why I say like attended or unattended, this is very important. Like when we are dealing with a large documents, making it unattended is a very sophisticated step, because this way we can uh, like rely uh, on the complex bot processing, and and at the same time it can at the background it can send the validations as well. So there another one is that as I said, like the documents are too messy or complex for the document understanding to handle. At that time, UiPath Action Centers will come in, and it will bring you a human in loop. Reviewers can validate extracted data, and approve the decisions, and or even reject the documents that doesn't meet the business rules, all through user-friendly interface from the automation action center. Also, we can do one more thing, like UiPath apps to the business. You can build a front end form where a user uploads a contract or invoice, and in the background, document understanding handles the rest, like classification, extraction, and validation. This is very useful for like non-technical users in the HR or other departments like finance, legal team. So with this, document understanding is not isolated. It works seamlessly along with other components. Let's take an example, like if it is attended bot, a attended bot on a finance team desktop can scan and classify invoices on demand. And at the same time, unattended bots can process hundreds of documents overnight and push the validated data into your ERP systems. And with the integration services, it can also connect it to external systems like SAP, Salesforce, or Dynamics 365 as well. Next is the Gen AI. So the technology is moving towards the Gen AI, and it is evolution has happened. So The technology bring powerful models for like those from OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and other directly into the automation workflows. The goal is to extend the automation beyond just rule-based tasks and into areas where natural language understanding, generation, and reasoning come into play. This open up a new possibilities for smarter, more adaptive automation that can handle tasks like text summarization, content generation. Previously, previously we are looking at for these topics we need to write many kind of if else loops like that. But now we have the activities in our Gen AI activity package. So some of them are like summarized text. This activity allows you to provide a block of text, and it will generate a summarized version out of it. So next is the generate email. Provide the content that email must contain, and writing style you can give as an input, and then this can be written, and then it can give the output as it is. So this can be written in your language, in your own language itself, and Gen AI activities are capable of understanding those. And rewrite, if you have content that need to be rewritten, rewritten, whether for you can provide the original text and specific rewrite instructions. You can give a prompt like that to so that it can rewrite it can generate the rewrite output as a rewrite into a same language or a different language as well. Translate text is this is another powerful tool. Just to provide the text you need to translate and specify the target language. The activity will automatically translate the content for you. And there is another activity, detect languages for content where they don't know the language, let's suppose. And it can identify that language and give you the output as the language what it is into. P2 filtering. So PII filtering is nothing but like PII, personal identification information, which is like it might be your credit card details or medical data or any personal details that can be not to be exposed. So this VII can redact any sensitive information. It can detect and it can mask that sensitive information. And coming to categorize, this activity can help you categorize the content based upon the set of predefined categories and descriptions, whether it's customer feedback, product reviews, or internal documents. So NER is very popular in the machine learning one. So we have that activity as well. NER classifies specific entities within a given text. For example, like it can detect names of the people, companies, locations, and dates within a sentence. This is really useful for analyzing documents, extracting key details, and organizing information. Any questions so far? Okay, moving on. Next is the Maestro, which is the new component in the RPS suite, RP UiPath suite. UiPath Maestro is a sophisticated orchestration layer designed to unify AI agents, robot bots, and human intervention as well. It serves the control plane within UiPath's agentic automation platform, enabling organization to model, execute, monitor, and optimize your complex business solutions end to end. So it has the unified orchestration of AI agents, RPA bots, and humans as well. Process modeling with BPMN and DMN. So this is mostly a BPN type of architecture. If anyone knows that, if you have worked on BPN tools like Comoda previously, you might have aligning this. Yeah. BPNN is a like industry-wide industry-wise used. So business process model and notation to design the workflows. And there is a DMN decision model and notation to define the business rules uh, for those BPN models. So this Maestro is based upon the BPMN, and DMN models. Maestro also controls act as a control model that enforce a strict governance over AI agents. Um, uh, so this cannot be. This will be like real-time vulnerability assessments and policy enforcement mechanisms, ensuring that AI agents operate within the boundaries. It is not and compliance within the organization policies. It's easily integrate with a third-party AI frameworks as well. Like the platform supports integration with the various third-party frameworks such as LangChain, Anthropic, and Microsoft offerings. And it is the good part is that like it is like a real-time monitoring and optimization. Maestro provides that. This continuous feedback loop support ongoing optimizations. Maestro operates on by orchestrating the flows and tasks among AI agents, RPA bots, and human participants as well. So next is the capability of, which is a very buzzword now, agentic. So UiPath Agentic is a next level AI automation framework where it can understand goals. Uh, when I say understand the goals, rather than it is just following up a step-by-step instruction, it can the agent it can act upon like based upon the some decisions it can act upon planning. It can dynamically plan. These can adjust their strategies and plans based on new information or challenging conditions. Um, and executing tasks across the different these can seamlessly navigate multiple applications or platforms to complete the tasks. And if they encounter any new data or unforeseen challenges, they can auto adjust their actions and decisions accordingly. Why this is a game changer? Because traditional automation is great at repeatable when it is a repeatable, structured, rule-based things like uh, data entry or simple data transfers like that. But in reality, we see many business processes are far than that. Yeah, there are like complex scenarios where the uh, problem state it has to think on act upon the adapt to problem solution complex scenarios. This is where the UiPath Agentic comes in. It's designed to fill this gap by enabling autonomous AI agents that can tackle more unpredictable and uh, unpredictable situations in the business process. So with the agentic, it can handle the complex changing workflows uh, uh, and make the decisions on the fly and collaborate with the humans when and only when it is required. Um, it's not like sending the task all the moment, but whenever there is a requirement, then it will raise the things to the human. So let's put all together now with a use case saying like in how this can be in a insurance claim process, let's suppose. So a claim process will start with a email arrives with attachments. So how once the email is arrived with the comp all the attachments, document understanding can read those attachments like a PDF claim form or supporting bills. And next, Gen AI activities can summarize the customer issue and extract the emotional tone. So agents identify next best action let's suppose if there are some missing documents, it can raise a flag. If it is like a high value claim, then it can involve someone, um, some human to the appropriate team. And next is the Maestro. So it can coordinate all these tasks where it can retrieve the policy data from the CRM, engages human for approval if if it is the claim is more than 10,000 K, let's suppose. Even if it is a trigger bot to initiate payment if you approved, it can trigger seamlessly if approval is came from the certain team or the rules are met. Yeah. So this entire stack, it is not only automation, but automation operations ready for complex human-like decisions at scale. So with this, we can go and see whether anyone has any questions.
Yeah, please, if anybody have more questions, you can drop it in the chat or can also ask directly. We've seen one question which has been answered, and we have a new one. Trini, how can I use PII functionality in Gen AI in order to discard any personal information that developer include in UiPath log? Trini, do you want to take
Okay,
that before we go to the demo? Or
yeah,
can
you
I?
can. I
Oh,
can
okay.
answer this. Yeah. Moving on, guys. We will go and see the hands-on session by John. John, you can take over now.
Okay, thank you. Please, you can answer the question in the chat.
Yeah, I
Or
can do.
Miguel. Yeah, all right, thank you. So, you're welcome to the main section for today, which is the demo section on how agentic AI from UiPath can connect to and work with document understanding, and also how we can use Maestro to orchestrate everything that is available today on UiPath. Just to note that this is a new tool and more enhancement is coming on this, but for the hands-on and how it works is what we'll be taking today. Um, Please let me share my screen. My screen should already be visible now. Srini, please, can you confirm?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So, when we all log in, I want to believe that we have developers here today and also some business use case users as well, business users. So this is the UiPath automation portal where you can do everything that has to do with UiPath today on cloud. So the environment, the portal has all the integration to different tools that UiPath has put in place today, and we'll be going through them. And based on the demo that has been given, we'll go straight to what we want to do today. I don't have any architecture, but something we will share as much as what I also can achieve. So we have the invoice. This is a normal PO invoice.
Sorry, John, your voice is breaking. Not sure if it's only for me or for everybody.
Yeah. So it's breaking, John. Can you?
Is it better now?
No, it's still.
Okay, just give me a minute. Let me stop sharing and reshare the see. It's quite weird. Okay, is it better now, please?
No, it's still the same. Sorry.
Someone click on for share sound. Okay. Hello, is it better now, please? Can you confirm? Trying to
It's
verify my question.
still breaking. Yeah.
Keep breaking.
Yeah.
Okay, let me leave the meeting and join back, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Please allow us a couple of minutes till John rejoins.
Please can you confirm if it's fine now?
No, still breaking.
Still breaking.
Yeah.
It's so unexpected.
Yeah. Now it's a bit fine.
It's better now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, please, is my screen visible also?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sorry everyone for that break. I really don't know what's happening. So, so today, as I said, this is an invoice. So we're going to be using Agentic AI solution to extract data from this invoice and make some decision on it and see how it actually works. So going back to the demo screen initially, before now, we used to use Regis. Then we have document understanding activities. Then going forward to today, there's Agentic AI. How does it work and what do we do in order to extract data from invoice like this? Samples. So, please. Okay. I have moved this particular invoice that we saw to a bucket, a storage bucket. These invoices can be coming through emails, shared folders, or any other location that we have, either Dropbox. But today, for the sake of the demo, the invoice has been moved to a shared storage bucket where we are expecting the agents to make decision from, check if there's any available invoice, and also make decision from it. For the purpose of this, we built a process called extract invoice. So I'm going to just take us through it because not, our target is not to talk about the studio today, it's about the agentic solution. But I need to show us the genesis of it. So a studio application was developed to go to the storage bucket that I showed us initially, check if there's any file inside it. If there's any file, for each of these files, it's expected to download the invoice, then perform some traditional thing that we used to do in document understanding. Before now, if I'm working directly on document understanding, I'm supposed to do a taxonomy, build a model for it, do a custom activity or any other thing I want to do, then implement my extraction as well. But the way UiPath has actually evolved now, we now have a particular activity that just extracts document data directly from any document you've uploaded, being it semi or semi-structured, structured or handwritten documents. So this activity is one of the document understanding activity. We may have used it or not, but it's quite very important to understand what it does. It actually give you option to extract data from a generative predefined trained model already in document understanding today. So what I did was just to select this particular activity. We know how to add activities. If I want to add the same thing, I will just search for it through this way. Say extract document data. You can see extract PDF text, extract PDF page range. There are different activities available, and the era of using taxonomy, which we are not writing it off. There are some projects you may want to do, and it's required that particular activity, which is fine. But in this case, we're just using the extract document data for this process, and we are giving it a particular prompt. We are telling this document understanding that I want extract all the necessary invoice data, and an instruction was passed to it. This instruction, this is a variable, which is known as in data. This variable is going to be coming from our agentic automation AI today, as we are going to develop it hands-on. So this is what is expected. After it gets that, it's supposed to pass in an output, whatever is extracted, get it and send it as an output, then output will be logged out of it. So yeah, this is the process for extracting data, and it's going to be taking input from our agentic solution today. Then yet again, we have another solution within that same studio. That means you can have multiple processes as described before. You can have maybe a process, say Monday, any type of processes. Is not a must that it must be coming from UiPath. Agentic AI has the capability of connecting to these processes. So I showed us the extract process responsible for extracting the value. Then we have another process also developed within the UiPath Studio. What this process is expected to do is to use whatever that's extracted from the invoice. We are not comparing that particular value, maybe the VAT number, the total. We want to compare it with our ERP system. So I only simulated an ERP system using the UiPath data service storage. So I have a data service here, which I just call ERP record with just one single record. So the action is I want to extract this from my using my agentic prompts, tell it, check for this invoice and compare with what we have in our ERP system. If it matches, then take an action. If it does not matches, if it does not match the particular record, maybe the total, then take another action. Either you're escalating or you're sending out email, which we will see now. So that is what this particular process is doing. It gets the record from the ERP database. It picks whatever is coming as a VAT number, does the comparison, and gives us the output. All this, the agents that we're going to build now, we connect to everything on just one interface, and let's get to it. So how do we build agentic AI on UiPath? So on the left tab, you just click on more. If it's not already on your frequent use, you will see agent. So when I tap on this agent, let's see, it's going to display for us. Yes. So UiPath has been so kind to provide us some regular templates that we can easily pick on and start doing what we need to do. But we are going to do this hands-on. We are going to see it work and how we can go about it. So I'm going to just click here and say new agents. Because it's NLP supported, that means you can actually type in the language, your basic English terms, or if it's Polish or any language you're using. UiPath agentic solution supports multiple languages. So I'm going to create a new agent and give it a name. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to say Belfast invoice extraction. So that is just the name of our agent. Then I'm going to give it a good description so that with anybody that wants to pick up this or wants to understand what is happening, we'll be able to know what this is expected to do. So this description, I can just say investigate investigate invoice and maybe PO discrepancies or whatever. Let me say PO. So I want my agents, this is the name, it's Belfast invoice extraction, and the description is just investigate an invoice and PO. If there's any discrepancy, then let me know. So what do we need to do? Just as our normal process that we used to develop, we need to pass in arguments, input and output, then we need to pass in a prompt. So what does the prompt do? It defines the instruction that guides an agent's behavior. So you're just passing a regular instruction that you want the system to know or understand. Then we have the user prompt as well. User prompt is, this is what I want to pass. We'll be doing that. I just want to explain the components one by one before we do our writing on it. Then we have the tools. The tools is very generic. It's a tool where you want your agent to take an action. And we have many of it today. Hard tool, you want to connect to maybe Microsoft Teams, Jira out of the box. Then you have your processes that you must have developed before now. You can connect to it. Then this is where it's also interesting. You can actually connect agents to an agent. So this is the fun part of agentic solution, and UiPath has made this thing very easy to do. So I can have a team of 10 people working on different solutions, building different agents. Everybody builds their own agents. Then you can just create one agent to connect all the other agents, takes in parameter from one and pass to the other. So we'll see how this tool works now. So yeah, then we have the contest. Contest is like your governance. You have created a governance, you or the organization you're working with has a governance rule that must be in place. This is where you can put in your contest, the governance, or whatever you need to do for the agent to understand exactly when he wants to take an action. He needs to follow these rules. This is where you can provide it. Then, of course, the escalation and agent memory. The escalation is where you can easily pass in emails. If there's any issue on it on the agent, what should we do? Should we send an email? What action should it take? This is where this can take place as well. So let's see it in action. The first thing is user system prompts. What can we pass in a system prompt? You can tell the agent about the roles the instruction is supposed to take, the outputs that you're expecting. I already have it pre-written, so I'm just going to copy and paste. Then this we can easily generate with the auto pilot as well, or you go to any of your LLM solution, ChatGPT or Code to generate this. So I'm just going to paste my system prompt here. I'll take us through it one after the other. So for the system prompts, I said, I'm telling the agent now, you are an invoice reconciliation agent powered by UiPath. Your role is to extract invoice data, compare it with the ERP record, and determine if there is a mismatch using the VAT number as a linking key. You are responsible for guiding the investigation and providing structured conclusion, including escalation paths if needed. So this is just a simple prompt. We can do this in our own language based on how we want it to do. Then we are giving it an instruction. This is an input. They say input must contain extracted invoice total, the vendor name, vendor VAT number, optionally, invoice number, and the likes. Then we're also giving it another prompt and say, based on the final outputs, update the output arguments, feedback response with either a false or a true statement. So we have given it another prompt now. Then it goes on like that. Say retrieve ERP from UiPath data service table, specify the table name. So these are basic instructions that you just have to give your agents just a one-off. You don't need to repeat it every time. So I've passed in different things. I've told it and the quality control and validation, ensure that both value being compared are numeric and valid, validate the formats, the supplier emails, and every other thing. Then how do I want my output to look like as well? I say provide my output in a JSON format, get me the status, the vendor, the VAT. So this is basically the system prompt I have assigned to my agents. We can do this in a short term, write it out as a word or separate it. It depends on how you want it. The agent will understand. Then the user prompt is the next thing that we need to do. But before that, just want to remove what is the meaning of life, because it's going to, of course, tell us. So for the user prompt, I am going to paste exactly what I have as well. So I'm telling the agent the invoice extracted by extract underscore invoice process include the following input request. This is my input. Remember when I showed us, let me go back again to process that we built. The process is expecting an input so that the data we understand, the Gen AI activity here, we understand what it wants to do. And I call my input here in underscore data. So in the agent, I'm telling the agent that I'm going to pass in an input. So I can come here and create my argument now. So input, my input name will be this, or I can decide to give it the same name I give to my process in data. Any name you give is fine. So I'm telling the agent, take this as an input and also give me a output. So what's going to be the output? I'm just going to say, apart from this, remember in my prompt here, I said based on the final output, update the feedback response if it is true or false. So back to my arguments, I can give it an output and call it feedback response. And because I say true or false, that means it's a Boolean. So confirm. Going back here, the input. Oops, I did not save this. So my input should be the same name I'm giving the agent here. I said pass this as an input request. So I'm going to specify the argument as an input request, the same name, so it can easily understand what I am saying. Okay, automatically we get where users can easily pass in their inputs. So we've been able to define our system prompt, what is expected for the system to do. Then we've been able to successfully give the agent an instruction as well. This is what you should do. Take an input from this and reconcile with the record in the data service, this is data service name. I showed us that as well. And determine if we should dispute it, if it's a mismatch, or using the supplier number. So we are using the VAT number to match, then give us the total. Yeah, which is fine. Then, and I'll also go ahead and tell you that based on the final output, use it and give me a response to my feedback. Now we've given it everything we need to do. The agent is ready to work. But if I pass in all this, where does it go to? How will it trigger my process? And what does it need to do? That is where the tools come into place. Under the tools, you need to add in your process that you must have developed, your agents, any activity you want to do. But in our own case, we're going with process. And the process has been developed and published on the orchestrator. So I'm going to select my process, extract underscore invoice. That is the name of my process. And if you can see, it automatically gave me my in data, which is the argument I created when I created my process. It has given me my in data here. So what do I need to do? The same thing we've been doing, your natural language processing, NLP. You don't need to do much. For the description, just give it a description. You are an invoice reconciliation agent powered by UiPath. I just copy what I have above and determine if it's mismatched. Then for the in data, how will the agent know what to pass in here? I'll just say this. This should be a value from the user inputs. This should be a value from the user inputs known. I just want to tell it that the user input is known as user request. This is input request. So whatever you are taking into this place, it should be what the user is passing. That is just it, natural language. Now, after you finish doing this, if I pass in any information here, go to the process, extract the data from me, and do what? Go and compare these things with my ERP environment. It can be SAP, it can be Oracle, whatever you want to integrate. More activities are coming up, and UiPath is working on it regularly. If you have any other GenAI activity, you can easily integrate that. Pick this, go to my ERP, my CRM, and do whatever you need to do. But in our own case, we have another process that do the comparison. So, which is known as, I think, what do we call the name? The second process is EPR clone. So I'm going to come here and look for my process. Yeah, it's there. So I'm saying, take whatever you have here and go do the comparison here. So this also, I'm going to say the description is this serves as the ERP system built with UiPath data service known as ERP record. And what should be the prompt? I'm going to say this should be the VAT number extracted from the inputs underscore request process. Yep. So that is what I'm giving it. Take this, go to this particular process and do what you need to do, then give me my outputs. So for the context, I can add a context, a previous context already, where you have maybe on your bucket storage, you have multiple documents, or you have your governance, as I said. But for you to create a content, there are some steps that need to be done. We can take this up in our next section, but that won't stop the agent from not working. So this we can move. Then for escalation, as I said initially, we can easily add email assigned to. I can put my email. If there's any template I want it to use, that is fine. If I come here and specify email description, but this we can take in our next section that might be coming up, that will be coming up shortly. So let's just look at this, what we've done so far, and see if it's going to work. So what do we need to do at this point? I want to tell the invoice what to do. I just said extract, I'm telling the agents now, extract data from the invoice. This should include name, VAT number, okay, and compare with the total in the ERP solution. That is it. Natural language, come to the office, type in your prompt, and let the agent do his work. So I'm just going to say run. Let's see if our agent will run. So at this time, we can see it's already sent a request to our process. And let's see what it's going to do. And beside, as it's running, you can also monitor your process and to be sure that it's fine on your orchestrator. And if you have published, of course, processes need to be published for it to run. So the first one is completed. It has picked the second process, completed as well. Let us see the outputs. Okay. So the first thing, let's see. It said, this is our prompt, then this is the output. We can see that it was able to extract the name on the invoice. I'm going to go back here. It's already blurred out, but it extracted the name for us. Then it extracted the VAT number from the same invoice that we passed. It's also blurred out. Then also the total. Now let us see the comparison in our ERP system. We can see. So at the end of the execution, this is the feedback. True. So let's take an instance that we'll pass in a very vague prompt to the agent and see what it's going to do. I can just say extract data from invoice. This is very vague. It's not clear for agents, but let us see what the output is going to look like. Remember that our system prompts has already explained that, okay, you need to pass in something like a VAT number, extract number, vendor name, so that the agent will be able to understand exactly what he needs to do. But let's see how intelligent it is and what it's going to give us by just saying extract data from invoice. We can see another good thing about this agentic is that I'm just typing just a prompt and everything is running in the background. I don't need my process to go to check and see what's happening. Yeah, good. This is because I pass in a vague. So let's see. We can see because I did not specify exactly what was declared. You can see it's saying extra data from. It just went and picked random thing, including the PO number. There's nothing for it to match. You can see no record matched. Send email to AP team to investigate. This is a very clear use case of the agentic solution where you can easily do whatever. So if an email has been specified in an escalation part, automatically the AP team automatically gets an email for them to investigate this particular flow. So this is it, and that's how it works. You can see more detail. It's telling us that ERP record not found for this VAT number. the extracted data, more information is given, the agent determines and tell you exactly what you need to do. So this is how you build your agents in a very simple way. Now, how can we bring in agentic solution, ERP database, studio, data storage bucket? How can we bring everything together in one place? That is where we have Maestro. UiPath Maestro gives us that power. It enables you to orchestrate everything that you are doing, either your process, your model, your everything. It brings it together in one solution where you can easily create it as a BMP, as explained by Srini. So let us build a Maestro for this our solution that we've just done now. Bring everything together and see how it actually works. So for Maestro, there's been templates for it. You can go through it at your own time. But for the simple demo, let us create just a very quick one and see how it works. So I'm going to create, just click on your model. Will come up with the environment for you to build. Yeah. So remember, we're bringing everything together in one interface. And we have a solution there, the productivity for Maestro.
John, you are breaking again.
Okay, is it better now?
No.
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, you are still breaking.
Uh, once, just please let me see if I can just stop sharing and reshare again. I think it has to do with. Okay, how about now? Is it fine?
Still breaking. It's a bit better, but still breaking.
Okay, I really don't know why. Yes, yes, possible. Section. Okay, I think you'll be clear now.
No.
Sorry about this. Some network. How about now, Shirley, please?
Can you talk again?
Yeah, is it better?
No, still breaking.
Okay, physics. Okay, Srini, how about now?
Yes, it's clear now.
All right, thank you very much. So sorry, I don't know why, but of course, internet will behave. Yeah, is my screen visible also?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we're just at the last tail of it. We want to build the Maestro components for our agentic solution, bringing everything we've done in one place and see how it works. So for the purpose of this, more section will come up later in the future where we explain all these activities one by one. But for now, we're just going to use one of it, which is our agentic task, which is what we've built. So just like a flowchart, I need to connect the starting button to my agentic task and give it a very good valid name. So in the name here, I will just specify, say, invoice reconciliation, or let's just say invoice recon. Then in description, you give a very good description for it. This is to help display all data in one interface. Yeah, so what do I want to do? I want to pick my agents that I've developed. This is already pre-built, but going back to what we've just done, after you must have finished designing your agents, what you need to do is just to simply publish it, and this will be available on your orchestrator. In this case, I'm going to just publish this agent Belfast on one of my tenants, and yeah, just the same way you build your studio, you publish your apps, publish it to the orchestrator. This is available on the orchestrator, and we can go there and make it available for the use. Then I'm going to show us other ways we can actually use our agents, either in our apps, in our studio, after the Maestro. So now I have finished building, where is it here? I deployed. If I go search, I need to go so that I refresh this, then it's going to display. Let me also do that quickly. Then we'll see that it's always available. Processes, add process, source the process and record it. So if I remember Belfast, yeah, we can see it's already available. Then go to say next, create, and this is available. If I come back to my Maestro and I refresh this page, click on my agents and what action I want to start and wait for agent to complete. What of each of the agents we can see is not available. I select my agents. Yeah, what is the expected input? You can pass in your inputs in this place now. Instead of going back to the agent itself, you can see the inputs also available here. This will also work. So I'm going to pass in an input, the extract data from invoice. This can be made dynamic. It can be a chat input or your UI apps, whatever. But in this case, we're bringing everything together. So I'm passing an input here. Then yeah, remember our feedback response is also here already for our agents. It picks everything automatically. So now I'm going to make a decision for it as well, and pass in and end the process. So I'm going to say end events. So in our condition, we'll see this run now, and can now give it a conditional statement here. The first thing I need to do is to pass in the condition for it. The label should be either true or go back to the agent, and this other label should be false. This is true, and this should be false. So if and what should be the condition of this? I'm going to pass in a condition. using my expression, automatically we should get our data, you see. So if feedback response equals true, then save it. Or if it's false, go back to the agent and try it again, or do any other thing must have specified. This is just a sample of it. Equals, oops. Okay, so I'm just going to save. Now we can also run and test our projects from here. You don't need to go to your agent again because the Maestro brings everything together in one place. I always selected this, and of course we've integrated the agent already to our processes. So if we want to test and see our Maestro run everything on one interface, you will see them as it's working, the action trail. It's also available on your orchestrator. You can see the green line doing whatever you've asked it to do. You can see it's already calling the extract invoice process within the agent now. After that, it's going to make a decision and tell us, we'll see the value extracted and every other thing. So Maestro is a very powerful tool from UiPath. Very, very good tool that we can use to build your BVM and every other thing. So, yep, there's an error and it went back as an internal error and it went back. We can from here see exactly what is happening. Click on it and you get more details of what you get. So for agents, it went to the agents run, calling our extraction tool. We can see extract data for me, which is our inputs, VAT number, compare the total. Then this is the output. It extracted the name, the VAT number, the total. Then it's expected to go and check if this matches. This actually match output reports, matches with the total. So this is your LLM call. You can see the graph, the detail. So orchestrate the Maestro environment is quite very good, where you can see things that are happening behind the scene without you going anywhere. So I don't know why it's giving us this, but I believe it has to do with the Maestro competency and what the process, because the process actually return exactly what we want. And this is how
You're breaking again, John.
okay. So let me advise. Okay, really, is it better now, please?
Still breaking.
Still breaking.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you can actually take a question and answer. But that actually, I just wanted to show us how we can integrate the agentic solution, so our civil process and our process, and then we'll literally become a bit more things later in the chapter. for this component, but this is how it works. I don't know why I'm breaking this.
So meantime, figure out the issue. Anyone has any questions here? I see Harshit is asking about like the agent, can it give output as JSON? Yes. So you just now you saw from John that the output is framed like it is in a JSON format. And for the data table, you further need to go and build your RPA flow with the JSON activities which are already available in the UiPath Studio. So you can make use of those, and you can easily leverage those into your workflow. And again, it's the Maestro will work in this time. You can combine those processes all together and make the advantage of this. Another question is from the Harshit as well. So do agents read the emails? So here the thing is like agents can decide what context you are looking, but another services like we have already integration service where we can get those players into for reading the emails or anything, and you can pass that content to agent to take the decision uh, on the email. So accordingly, you can trigger the flows, or accordingly, you can trigger a action request to a human to review those as well. So it is all about like one product will not do any. It is collaboration of the products. So agents has the ability to understand the context. Again, you need to give the right prompt, what John has given system prompt and how it has to behave. So based upon that output, you can build further your RPA flow to take the action.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much, Trini. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Apparently, it's my broadband service providers. Okay, I have to pay for this. Okay, so thanks for that. I think we've covered most of everything and you've answered the questions. Um, so let me just share my screen once more and show us how other ways we can actually integrate our agents solution. So either apps or studio projects that we may be working on, the activities for it. So let's assume that I'm building a solution on the web studio. I'm going to open any of the solution now. So the process is already running from different taking decision or making any adjustment, and you want to pass a particular input to your agent. You want the agent to go and run on his own in background, then come back with a response and your process continue. You can actually do this in the UiPath studio as well. There's an activity. Let me just create a new workflow. So manual. So I'm doing different activity and up to the point where I want my agent to run. You just call your agent. Remember that you must have published it. If I want to call the agent we use in my flow here, it is the activity for it. Not job, it's run agents. Okay, same thing. Remove. So I'm going to just come here and call my agents. You can see Belfast agents. The input, of course, will be with the process you're already running, and it's going to run your agent solution. So you can have multiple agents, running under one process or rather under one solution, deploy on the orchestrator. And this can also integrate with the Maestro. Maestro can also be published on orchestrator as well. So all these are embedded in just one solution UiPath. And yes, this and many other things, we will still be coming up with more demo, more hands-on section. So that is what we have for today. Srini?
Thank you, John. It's a really good session, hands-on session. Moving further, as I promised in the agenda, let me share my screen here. So what UiPath is upcoming with a different product here. Well, please confirm me. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. So UiPath is coming up with a new framework altogether, which is like, sorry, I'm not moving the UiPath IXP, which is a new platform coming up with this is already in the place of like already it is together making together the two powerful components, which is like document understanding and communication mining, and combining those two with the power of Gen AI to tackle the complex unstructured documents with high variability. It also enables the organizations to automate data execution at speed and scale. The goal here is that simple but very powerful, get the accurate results and structured data from any source, whether it can be like a scanned form or a contract or some other forms. Yeah. This is next gen automation where intelligent automation document processing seamlessly integrates with Gen AI agents and workflows, but still it is in under private preview. So soon it will be in public preview as well. This is all I want to cover in this session. Any questions any questions before we wrap up the session? Okay, I see. I see that there is one question here again from Darshit. I think you answered right. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Feel free to reach out if you have any suggestions, any feedback on this session, or any topics you want to see in the future sessions. Please reach out to me. I have the already Christina has shared my LinkedIn profile. You can reach out to John also if there is anything you want to uh, you are troubling with this agentic one.
Thank you all, and bye.
Thank you, Srini and John. Thank you.
Thank you.